Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I am your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Lorena Arnold. Lorena is a motivational speaker, entrepreneur, and real estate investor. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Lorena Arnold.
Thank you very
Lorena,
much,
welcome.
Siddique. Good morning.
Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Oh, thank you. I live in Denver, Colorado, and you invited me to have this podcast. I'm eager to share my information regarding what I have gone through, where all my adversities. As you say, I'm an author, speaker, and motivator, also a real estate investor. So there's some circumstances on my life that make me do what I do as passion. My focus is with women, but I also work with men. I identify with the women with their stories. We all have issues with money, and I understand men and women deal with that differently.
What are the top three reasons why do people fail?
Okay, with my understanding with money, I understand there is an emotional, spiritual, and physical and financial side of money. Where I see people failing a lot is they go with money. The higher the amount, the higher the network without having to have a real purpose. So that will be a number one reason I found in a lot of my clients and entrepreneurs. They don't have a clear purpose. They think making more money will make them happy, and sometimes falling into the rat race or running out of time. So having a clear purpose is imperative as you're an entrepreneur. The second reason is finding the second thing people fail is the reason why to make money. What feeling are they trying to fulfill with making money? Are they trying to get back to their parents? Are they trying to get away from a difficult circumstances that they have? So not having a purpose on identifying a reason of making money makes a lot of people fail. And the third person, and I deal a lot in my programs, is identifying especially on the body. Any emotions that you have are expressed through your body. So if you have fear, you tremble and you feel it on your body. You have emotion, you feel it on the chest and your chest. Money causes the same emotions. So I go through the same levels. What are the emotions, the feelings, and how your body's reactions. So when I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, I ask them, what is your body reacting to that? Because if you're not aligned with your emotions, the body is going to be the first thing that tells you that is not the right path.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Okay, I could summarize my failure. I really consider them as learning experiences. I always refer to adversity. Adversity gave me three big challenges regarding money. I live in the United States, but I grew up in Mexico City. So my first adversity is coming to this country with not money, with the idea that a higher education in the United States can give me the prosperity in my country. However, the same thing, what was money for? I married young, had my kids young, like a lot of people and a lot of women do. I always struggle with money. I always thought if I have a special one, I could stop the world and start all over again. So I ended up my 18-year divorce because of money. Being a very ambitious woman, I started a corporate career. I had the corner office. I had the six-digit income. However, I was still not happy. I remarried again, and unfortunately, my second marriage ended up on a sad, he passed away on a sad accident, leaving me again with no money. So in that moment, I had to realize what life lessons were showing me. So it all has been a lesson. I had to understand that it was up to me to depend, not to rely on my parents or a spouse, a corporate job, or a social security and a pension to find abundant life. So I don't really consider them failures, but it's a learning process that now takes me where I am, being a financially independent woman.
What are your top three success secrets that others can model from?
Okay, the secrets, and I share very quickly on my introduction, is to really identify what's money for. I am not a financial planner or an advisor, and I'm not going to tell you where to put your money, but I am very passionate. I'm talking about what money is for. If I give you, and sometimes I give it on my speech, if I give you $1 million, what it is for. A lot of people express paying off debt, going on vacation, and help them their family. And what I really walk them through is on the feelings that money is for. It always starts on emotionally, spiritually decisions about money, and then financially and spiritually, specifically talking to a woman that is getting out of a hard relationship or now is empty nested because their kids are gone, they lost their identity, and having $1 million, they think, oh, I made it, without realizing that is the emotion. So where every time they have an influx of money, a big client or a big bonus, I let them, what we say, sit on the money, feel it first, date money. And once you realize how you dating money, it is funny because the longest relationship a woman is gonna have is with money. We're all humans. Our spouses and partners die, parents die. So we need to understand what relationship we have with money. So I make them talk with money, I make them sit with money, and make them have a better relationship with money.
What motivates you within?
The same story that I did. It has been a journey, and it did not started when I got divorced and when I came to this country. It started on my childhood, observing how my parents were dealing with money. Yeah, I have my parents always fight, and I remember, oh, when I grow up, I'm not gonna be like that. Then I got married. Is when I grow up, I'm not going to be like that. Then I became a widow. Oh, I'm still growing. So my motivation now, and being an author and speaker, is to inspire another woman that now it's time to have the courage and confidence, take action, and take responsibility for our money. Nobody else is going to do it. And stop being dependent on the economy or someone else to value our self worth.
What is your company's motto?
My company motto is woman, time, and money. I balance women. The two keys that I need to balance is time and money. So, and now it's time for women to get empowered, have a step back, and value their self worth.
Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is a professional or entrepreneurial woman, mostly under 30s or 40s, that they realize they have a problem with money. It's time to have a change. Either they have a professional career and they realize that they are in a rat race. The more they advance, the more they like the time that they need to be with their family. Or an entrepreneurial woman that they're finding some money blocks regarding money. I realize working with a lot of these women, there is two big issues. They don't know, or they're not confident in making more than the parents, believe it or not, or they don't know or felt uncomfortable making more than their spouse. So I'm looking for a very ambitious woman that is willing to work internally first to be able to have a breakthrough regarding money and really start earning what they are worth.
How do you find your ideal client?
I am a network queen. My current husband tell me, oh, every week I go and meet another woman. I especially go to a woman networking business groups where I can meet that ambitious woman, corporate woman. There is a different facets of women. Some are very comfortable on what they're making, some are very ambitious. So when I meet the ideal client, sometimes they tell me precisely something had to change. So when I hear the words, I do approach them. I let them know there is a way to get you out, or to get you moving, or to get you up.
How do you engage your ideal client?
It's a lot of education because they first think I'm a financial planner and I need to make them assure I'm not going to tell them where to put their money. I'm also an investor, so they think, oh, you're going to tell me to buy an asset. Asset is a good way to make wealth, but I'm not going to tell them. What I'm going to tell them first is about the four quadrants of any money decision. Spiritually, emotionally are always first, and then professionally and financially. So I do dig a little bit on meditations, on affirmations, on things that makes a woman more comfortable. And I always tell them, compared to men, men are very emotionally independent and they do things alone. We women like to be hold hands and work together. So I will always tell my clients, I will hold your hands through all the emotional and spiritual journey that you're going to take.
What are your well-defined products or services?
Okay, I have three groups of programs right now, because I know I'm dealing with the spiritual side of money, and especially with women, if we don't trust, we don't go into there. So first, I start with a VIP day, 6 hours with me, talking about the spiritual side of money. That's called my Sacred Money Archetype VIP day. Then I move them into what I call my FIRE experience, and FIRE is an acronym: Financial Independence, Retire Early. I had to explain that it's not the corporate way of retiring 65. It is quite possible for you to retire in 5 years, in 7 years, making sure you move your financial books where you really want to be and not where somebody else wants you to be. It's not about your spouse or your kids. I define this is your goal. And then I move them into what I call my Money Academy. This is mastering money. And I do have the acronyms MBA, a Master on Business Education. This is Master on Money. We start money and mindset, and then we move into a business and into your body, and then we take the action and acknowledgement that you need to take that mastery of money. Those are my three services that I provide.
Why someone should buy from you?
They all have choices. Everybody has choices to pick the guru that you want or to pick the expert that you want. I consider myself an expert on money, but I know there is a lot of people out there. It's a matter of trusting somebody. What I've been seeing is, especially, I trust that person that has been divorced because I have the story to share, the emotions. I sometimes attract the people that have lost their spouse. Again, it was my experience to do it. So there is a lot of conversation and a lot of trust that I need to do before they work with me. I also attract a lot of people from different countries because they realize they make that conscious decision to live somewhere else to find that prosperity, and sometimes they're not finding it.
How do you crush your competition?
But my stories. There is everybody hears about money, and there is endless books about money, and there is a lot of people about talking about money. What makes it special is my story, because you could talk about certain guru, but you will not identify the guru unless they have the story that you're going through. So it's not about crushing or competition. It's I make sure they understand my story. While I write my books and my blogs, I put a lot my story, because you could always buy a book about money on a bookstore or library. But hearing my story is quite identified and makes you connect with me as well.
How do you deliver a five-star client experience?
Experience is very important. Like I said earlier, I like to hold my clients by their hand. There are many different personalities, some like it and some not. But I let them know I send you some touches to let you know I'll be right there next to you. I make sure your family is aligned on what you're doing, including pets, because I have worked with single professional women that their primary free time is spending with their horses or with their cats or with their dogs. So I make sure their family is aligned. Also, I make sure we have a contact or a conversation that is woman to woman. It's not just business, it's not just numbers, or it's not just dealing the past to find out what you are. But I also want to identify, I understand. I'm going to sometimes repeat what you said. I'm going to give you compliments. I'm going to give you that experience that perhaps you haven't had with your family, your corporate job, or even with money.
How do you use sales proposals to close more deals?
Sales proposals, I find it very corporate see. So if I'm speaking to a corporation, that's the terminology that they use. But I mostly talk to a one-to-one person. I let them know this is an invitation. This is going to be your investment. This is so you could find all the peace and harmony that you're looking for money. It may not make you $1 million. For certainly, it's going to give you that flexibility that you're looking for. Time with your family, and also spiritually and emotionally, we align you who you really are.
How do you convert your clients into your brand ambassadors?
By the testimonials. In any given time, my clients are with me between 2 or 3 years with success. It's a lot of information to cover first. It's a lot of painful issues. So sometimes I give them time to digest and go to the feelings. But when they have breakthroughs regarding money, they are my biggest testimonials. So I do help them to spread the word about me. Sometimes it may be a joint venture, sometimes it may be an affiliation, or we end up, I have several ladies that we end up doing seminars together with other women. So that's the best way to spread the word and for them to become my ambassadors by sharing their own testimonial on what is it working with me on their emotional, spiritual, financial, and professional way with money.
How do you handle rejections?
Rejections, nobody likes rejection, including me. But I have to remind myself that overall, I'm a woman business. I'm a coach, but also running a business. So, like any business, it's a matter of numbers. Sometimes I understand when a person says no, means not yet. They're not ready. They may need more touches, more conversation with me, or it may be not the right time with them. I have some people coming with me 2 or 3 years later after they hear me talk. So the rejection really is something that I deal with. I have to be aware that it's not me or my presentation, it's that person is not ready. So I always said, no means not yet.
How do you handle an angry client?
Especially dealing with emotion. One of the principal emotions people have, especially women, is getting angry or upset about what they are facing. What I do is I let them, I call digest, let them sit with it, with their emotions. I let them feel it in their body. I have some meditation or some modalities that will help them deal with angry, because really I believe anger is not really what they're expressing, but what's behind the anger. So if the person is willing, we go a little bit behind. Angry is very close to fear. And then she realized she's afraid to see forward what she's looking at. Some people are totally angry, and what I call they disappear for 2 or 3 months until their own body makes them digest their own feelings. Financially speaking, there are some people that will never face forward the angry. I respect them, I let them alone, and I let them realize when they're ready and will still be here to help them.
We are about to move into lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. Are you ready? What are you grateful for today?
Today, I am a person that does meditation every morning, and I wrote on my journal that I spent a wonderful day with my grandbaby yesterday. And I'm also preparing for my European vacation. So I'm grateful that I'm still healthy. According to the work, what has been going through, still, I am healthy. I have the means to enjoy different adventures, and I am ready to have a wonderful day with my spouse. Um, you see, in the beautiful days, every day is an adventure for me.
How do you start your day?
As I mentioned earlier, it's always a meditation. What I teach, I preach. So every morning, I review in a journal what are my spiritual and emotional sides of today or yesterday. Then I go on being grateful on that day. I write my affirmations, or it was every month I change to different affirmations. Like the one today is today I'm prosperous with grace and ease. So every morning I start my cup of coffee, my journal, and my meditation.
How young are you?
Oh, I will be 56 years in October.
Yeah, Lorena, you are not 56.
Okay,
You
I'm 55 now. Yeah, I'm 55.
are, okay, you are 18 years old with 38 years experience.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, thank you for letting me know. Yeah.
What you want to do when you grow up?
When you grow up, it's funny because I mentioned I'm still growing up, and reaching 50 has been a discovery with me because we joke around, we count backwards on the birthday candles. But my growing up, I want to be a big speaker, motivating as many women as I can, letting them know it's time to find the unique brilliance, get paid what they're worth, and have a better relationship with money. So, talking with you and other networking, I'm aligning myself to be that inspirational woman I want to be when I grow up.
What is your plan to achieve that goal?
Being out there. It's very easy, especially I see some women when they, or some people, when they reach a financial level, to sit down and hide or enjoy their money. For me is every time I reach a financial level is where can I be? Where can I be listened? So for example, I did write a book today, a chapter book. I am my goals is to write another bigger educational book. And of course, TEDx is always there. So I am stepping out, being forward and being visible.
How will you feel in case you don't achieve your goal?
How will I feel? I see it as there is no failing here. I as an ambitious woman, I always get what I set my mind to. One of my personal mottos is say what you mean and mean what I said. So if I'm telling you right now I'm going to achieve my goal, there is no hell or high water to stop me. It may not be on 2 years, on 3 years, but I always achieve my goals.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
Yes, life throws you a lot of curveballs. I say it, the universe would test me to see if I really mean what I said. And I always, as part of my meditation, realize what's going on in that moment, what the universe is telling me. And it always happens, and it happened, the universe sends you things of three. I decided to do something, but then I have a flat tire, and then my son calls me, or something happened at home. And I say, no, this is the universe testing me what to do it. So what I do to overcome the challenge is on my morning meditation, review my goals, review the things that I need to do, and then handle and delegate all the life challenges that the universe sends me.
What is the advice you will give to younger yourself?
Yeah, my younger self. I always remember when I just got married young and had my kids. And sometimes I had to talk to that younger self to let her know just be patient. Your time will come. Continue with your goals. Continue with your new purpose that you have. I used to say that people depend on me, my kids, my mother, and my spouse. But now I said, your older self depends on you. To have your unique brilliance, just stay steady, have a purpose, and continue your ambition.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Yeah, how do I convince my significant other? Yes, I share with you that my first, I divorced my first spouse because of money. We had different ideas on what it means to work and take care of kids and even on retirement. My second husband passed away, so I did not want to have the same problem. Today, with my third husband, I make sure this person felt a position in my heart that really filled with my goals. So I make sure he was also an entrepreneur, not somebody that's stuck on a corporate schedule. It also has ambitious goals with me and also has the power of the time. So now I don't have problem with my significant others. He has his money. I have my money. I made decision with my money and we are in this adventure together.
Who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
I have three mentors that I follow very careful. Kendall Summerhawk, Rachel Jern Gruber, and Laura Langmeyer. I see they're very alpha women. I'm not quite alpha, but I follow the instructions. Some are very spiritual in concept, some are very corporate, and one particular mentor helped me on my being a professional speaker. Because believe it or not, I was very quiet and reserved. So it has helped me to step forward and be the woman who I am now.
Why being impactful is important to you?
We are all here with a message, and it has taken me a long time to realize I'm not just another mom making a six-digit career on entrepreneur. I am here to transmit a message for everybody else. And that's the simple journey of money. First is to take care of your immediate needs, then is to take care of your want, and the top goal of your money is to start impacting somebody else, impacting the world, having a non-profit organization. But once you go through the stepping stone of money, the last one is to impact more people.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Remember, for my ambitions, coming from a very cultural strict um, background, especially in Mexico, I am well known in my family that I'm the ambitious woman that was able to break the cycle. So I want to be remembered to that woman that was able to live her life, enjoying the adventure, and I always insist I don't depend on a corporate job, social security, or a pension. I depend on myself because my own financial results is of my own work.
How can we support you?
To spread the word. I would love for this, and I see you have a lot of connections. Maybe we could do some connections, some JV ventures, or some affiliations. The more people I connect, the better impact I will have.
Lorena, we are about to wrap up. I'd like to have you a few words about today's guest experience on the show. Here's my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
My experience. Let me just be frank with you. Prior years, I will prepare and write a speech, or I will prepare your questions. But this experience, I'm really talking with my heart. And I really want to thank you for letting me speak with my heart because it really confirmed what I'm talking and why I am passionate on what I do.
What would you say as a final word?
To everybody that is here in this speech, make sure you understand your emotions about money. Whether you are a professional or an entrepreneur, wherever you're making $1 million or 80,000, make sure the money means something to you and you start talking about money. Let go of the victim mentality and start having a driving abundant lifestyle to what you have and be grateful every day.
Thank you so much, Lorena, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.